Hey everyone, today I look like a dad. I'm in a house coat and I got the bed head. Or at least that's what my dad looks like every morning. Today is a Wednesday, but school is in session and I am at home. It's actually kind of a nice day out there. I am at home because I've been working all last night and all today on this project thingy, which is why after, like I said in the last vlog I did, when I get back from Florida and I'm back home and I'm in school, I'm gonna get hammered with work. So if there's no vlog, that is why, and that is why. I have been working on this project for economics and I wanna show you, I'm making a video. I wanna show you the editing I've put into it. First of all, I had to research everything. So I did all my research on this economist. Then I had to, this is all the audio that I did and cut and made all that. This is just a white background. This is the music I had to choose. And then all this is the editing, but it's taken hours. Like, I'm really proud of it. Water when researching about him. In case you don't know Ben. Like it's a very, very cool project. After grade school, he entered a spelling bee where he became champion of the state. So I've just done a ton of work on this thing. As you can see. So that is where I have been. And I'm still not done it, but my goal is to get it done for tonight. And I'm not gonna bore you guys on this vlog with just updates of me doing that, because that would really suck. When we got home at 4 in the morning from Florida, I walked into my garage and I saw a little box and I was like, oh, it's probably some box for my dad, and I never left it. And then for 2 days, I've just been wondering, I've been thinking, I ordered some guitar pedals and I'm like, I wonder when those pedals will come in. I'm like, wait a minute, they could have been that tiny box. And sure enough, they were. So the super octave pedal line selector, which will basically what this can do is when I tap that, I can go between 2 different amps and an equalizer. And I also got this trio band generator pedal. Just some stuff I'm messing around with. Right now, Royal Blood is one of my favorite bands, and if you go to the Andertons music page on YouTube, you can see the sounds like Royal Blood, and that's the stuff they use. Sounds great. Sorry about that abrupt stop. I got a call from my dad. You see, when I said today is not just gonna be me doing my work, I have about an hour left of that video to do, and then we're clear. And school's pretty much over by now, so anytime I get that hour done, I can email the video to my teacher and all is written off. But if you guys have been following the channel, you know I'm looking to get this boy. 2016 Yamaha WR250R. That is Canadian pricing, not USD. That is what the bike is in US. So this is the 2016 model and I am getting actually not that price, but a super good deal on it at the local Yamaha dealer performance shed. Those bikes are hard to get because they sell so fast. Even used, they sell so fast. So he's got one of the 2016 ones in stock. My dad called him and he's reserved it for today. So I can go, so no one can buy it for today as long as I come in and test it out. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna sit on it to make sure it fits me good. And they say in your motorcycle license that, or in your test, that a good bike is supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to flat foot on the ground. But this is also a dirt bike. It's pretty much a dirt bike. Like that's the riding stance. And typically on a dirt bike, you don't put your foot flat on the ground. Because when you're going into a turn, your bike's on an angle. So then your foot can be flat, but not when you're right up. So if my foot's not all the way flat on the ground, but it's just angled a little bit, that's fine. And I sat on a 230, this is a WR250, but I sat on a 230 Yamaha dirt bike and I could flat foot it. And even a proper dirt bike is built, like their F models are built a little bit different than the street riding ones. So if I could flat foot a 230 dirt bike and this is a 250 dual sport, I should be able to, because my torso's not very long, but my legs are. And my dad is the opposite. My dad's legs are very short and his torso is actually quite long. But I guess you can't really tell, but my legs are actually pretty long because my hip is there. That's my hip. So from here down is pretty much, you know, my bottom, and that's my top. So anyways, going to check that out right meow. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this moment all of my life. Just kidding, but quite a while. And you know, it's times like these, I'm sure everyone has these moments rarely in their lives where it just feels like, you know, you've waited so long and it's just like, do I even deserve it? Ladies and gentlemen, on this day, April 13th, 2016, I bought my first motorcycle. Ding! I honestly could not be more happy. I could be, but let's just say this is crazy. You know when something happens that's so crazy, you're kind of in shock. You're kind of like you're almost in shock, and it takes you a couple days or a little while to realize what's really happened. I have a motorcycle, WR250R, 2016, brand new. Got it from the performance shed in Kingston. This piece of paper certifies it. It's true. I am not going to brag about it, but just know that it's a dream of mine. It's been a long time, and it's a dream that's done. The bike actually isn't here, it's back in the performance shed, and I'm gonna go in sometime next week to get it all tuned for my height, weight, body, whatever, and then take it home. So I won't bore you guys with that too much, but just know that I went out and I bought the bike. The guy there says every single year they sell out of all of the ones that come in. They buy one, sell it, bring another in, sell it. And I got mine. Like, I checked the website, saw the pictures like an hour after you put them up, and as soon as I got them out of the crate today, I bought the bike. So very happy. Okay, before I go anywhere with this, I just want to say, Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Okay, so in this video I mentioned I'm gonna try not to talk about my motorcycle a lot, because if I do, I'm gonna get the rich, spoiled, all those comments, and I don't want that. You see, recently, a little while ago, when I would get a new thing, I would talk about it on the vlog because I'm excited to share it in the vlog. Not because it's like, hey, look what I got, but because it's like, hey, look what I got for the vlog. But it kind of translates into, hey, look what I got. So, I did not want that to be the same thing with this motorcycle, and what you guys gotta understand is this is not a, hey mommy, hey daddy, I want it, can I get it? Nah, that's never been the case. Almost all the toys I had as a kid, including every Nerf gun apart from birthday and Christmas, if I wanted it, I was paying for it. Now, how does a kid make money doing chores around the house, whatever? But I would always work to get my money, and all my friends actually got a higher allowance than I did, so I wasn't paid like a stupid amount for doing nothing. So anyways, point aside, if you're just coming on this video, you've never seen me before, you don't know who I am, so saying that I'm spoiled is really just judging someone off first impressions. And first impressions are everything, so I just want to say, I've been trying to get a motorcycle since September of 2015, because at that time, I was almost 16, I had a car, because I bought my El Camino over a year ago, before I got my driver's license, just because it was so rare I had to get it, so that when I got my license I would have it, right? So anyways, got a car, and that wasn't a problem. It's been in storage ever since I got my license, just because of the winter time, and it's an old muscle car, right? But so I got the car, and you know, I was studying for my driver's test and learning about all the things I'm gonna have to do to learn how to drive and blah blah blah. And basically what it came down to is once I did all the math, I figured out that I wasn't actually going to be able to drive my car that I bought in March of 2015 until July of 2016. Over a year, I was not going to be able to drive that car. That's 16 months. Having a car, not being able to drive it for 16 months. Now, I would be able to drive, but when I got my license, I'd be able to drive, but only with parents, and it's just not the same thing. I'm looking for the freedom. I had a boosted board, right? I have ways I can take the bus. I've got ways of getting around places. The time it really becomes beneficial to drive is when you can go anywhere by yourself. So after finding out that little tidbit of information and how long it was going to take me to be able to drive on my own, because I still can't because I have a late birthday. Anyone out in there with a late birthday, I'm sorry, we're suffering together. But anyways, then I got into motorcycles. And a little birdie told me that in Ontario, Canada, where I live, the day you turn 16, you can go write your test for your motorcycle license, and the day you pass that test, you can drive full speed bikes, any speed, on any road in Canada. As long as that road is no higher of a limit than 80 kilometers an hour, which translates to 50 miles an hour, think about a road like that, I can go any of them, or below. Now in my city where I live, no roads exceed 80 kilometers an hour, so basically anywhere. And that's freedom, and that's what I wanted in my car, which I was gonna have to wait 16 months for, which I could get the day I turned 16 on a motorcycle. So then became the haggling. I had to convince my parents about, you know, why I wanted a motorcycle, how responsible I was gonna be, and it didn't matter. In the end, it didn't matter. It didn't matter how responsible I was gonna be on that bike. Because with driving, you know, anything where your parents feel, you know, unsure about your safety, it's not how safe I was gonna be on the bike. It's about the other drivers. And you cannot control those other drivers. Like I said, my birthday's in November, so I'd be getting my license November, and most of the time it starts snowing in October. So there'd be snow. So if I went to write my motorcycle license the day I turned 16, there's a high chance I wouldn't even be able to ride it out of the drive test center because there's snow all over the ground. And I was not prepared to ride a motorcycle in the snow. So after about a month of arguing because I just really wanted a bike, I decided, you know what? They're right, my parents were right. I had to get more drive experience in a car on the road, learn the road rules, learn to look for bad drivers, everything. Just experience on the road in a car before I hop onto a bike. And that has nothing to do with controlling a bike and responsibility, it's just learning the road. So all fall, winter, spring, and now I'm pretty good. Or at least safe enough that I started to bring back up the idea of the motorcycle, because once March rolls around and the snow starts melting and I still look at the watch and I can't drive my car until July, looks like it's time to get a motorcycle. So then I resulted to the bike I wanted, which was a KTM Duke 390. Very cool naked bike is what it's classified as, and basically what it came down to, it was only for street. Considered a beginner's bike, but it's a beginner's bike for a street bike. My dad convinced me, and at first I did not want it, but he convinced me to get a dual sport, and thank goodness he did, because after considering it I looked at videos and everyone says start with a dual sport. So if you don't know what that is, my bike is a Yamaha WR250R, and it can go on roads legally or dirt, anything. It's basically just the world's best all-terrain vehicle. So starting off in a motorcycle when you don't know what you're really doing, it's a great bike to get because cheap insurance, cheap bike overall, you can drop it, they're super durable, and they just allow you to learn what kind of stuff it is you're looking for on a motorcycle. So I don't want to run this story too long, but basically what I'm saying is, only about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, did I finally just have my parents on board with me getting a motorcycle. But it took 7 months of persistent but not annoying haggling. And even through the winter when I knew I wasn't going to ask for a motorcycle right then and there, I would mention, hey, don't forget about that motorcycle. So anyways, that's just a little lesson, and it's probably not bikes for you. It could be anything, but if there's something you want, I am not right now teaching children how to get what they want from their parents. But what I am saying is, this bike that I got, and I feel like I need to make this just to clarify the ridiculousness of people who come onto my videos, but the bike that I got is a dream. And not something that it says, I want it, can I have it, and then I get it. No, it's been a big dream. So hopefully now after that story it inspires you if there's something that you are really after, and even if it's not something physical, just something you are after in life. For me, it's not getting a motorcycle, I was after that feeling of freedom, the feeling of riding. That's what I was after, and I think I've almost got it by Tuesday. So if there's something you are after, go get it, and don't give up. Things may not always go the way you hope them to, and you may have to take little detours and curveballs, but don't give up on the goal. And with that, it looks like I'm almost done what I've been working on all today, apart from, you know, going to buy a motorcycle. So I've been working on this project for economics, and if you watch the vlogs in Florida, I mentioned how I was actually done that project and I finished it. But then I took a look at some examples that the other kids in class who finished, and theirs were much better, and I couldn't have that. So I had to go total ham on this thing. The editing that I have done on this is, it blows my own mind, actually. So I have done all this, and I've got that much more to go. That should take actually a solid half hour to 45 minutes, and then touch up everything, and we're good. So if you're a huge fan of the channel and you're watching every day, you're probably wondering why I haven't uploaded for a while. So initially my plan was to make that moto vlog on the one wheel to be the last day of Florida, and then I was going to take off one day to catch up on work and then resume. but it's been like 3 days and I still haven't got off the one wheel vlog. And the reason why is it's actually been way harder than I thought. And if I didn't have, honestly, this project, I don't want to blame it entirely on it, but I'm also blaming it entirely on it. And if I didn't have this project, this took up all my video time. I have time in my day to make videos, and I made more time than normal to make this thing. In total, I probably put about 15 hours of work. Maybe not 15, maybe 12 hours of solid editing into this thing. It's a masterpiece. So that's where I've been, if you're wondering, at my computer desk. And I should have made like a little quick update, but I never did. So I'm doing it now. And I will still put up the one wheel video. It's just gonna have to be after this because I was like, oh, I can't put up a vlog until I finish the one wheel video because in order. But then I realized, well, I gotta keep vlogging, so I'm gonna keep doing it, and then the one wheel thing will be a side project and probably go up on the weekend. And it'll just be a fun little thing from when I was in Florida. So yeah, I'm back and I should be vlogging every day now. Now that that thing's taken care of. Also, if you didn't know, my dad stayed home he stayed in Florida when my mom and I traveled back. And so he's driving the van back, which is like it's a full day of driving. He'll probably take like 3 days. But anyways, he'll be back around Sunday probably. So, okay. There's one place I'm gonna take you before we go. This is a room I haven't been in for a while. Last time I checked, it was all cleaned up. Oh, this is a bunch of the stuff that my great-grandfather had that we went through a little while ago. But that's weird, it smells like him. Well, it smells like my grandfather, that's kind of weird. That's the Johnny 7 OMA thing. That I guess that's the last time I've been in here, other than cleaning, because we've been cleaning. I got all this gear ready to go for my my new helmet when it comes in, when my dad arrives back home. And tomorrow, everyone, I am going after school. On Thursdays I normally go to Gemma's house, and I still am, but before I go, I am making a stop at the drive test center, and I am taking my M1 test. So I have a chance. I know with the I know with your driver's license, you just pay $15 every time you, if you fail the test, you just hand them another 15 bucks and try again. Almost like a claw machine. I don't know, you just give them the money and they run the test up on the computer again. I think you can just keep doing it. I think you get like 5 tries a day, and then they're like, okay, you're not ready. But most people after like 3 fails or 2 fails, they're like, I should come back. So anyways, I'm not sure if that's the same thing with the motorcycles. I'm not worried about it, but I'd just be curious to know because that's the way it was with my driver's license. So yeah, I am going to take my motorcycle license tomorrow to get the motorcycle license because I bought a bike without a license. And then by getting that license, I can ride it on the roads. And also, there's a butt print on my seat. I just noticed that. Oh my gosh, I put a butt print on my seat. But yeah, no, by getting my license, I need it because then I can send it to my insurance guy and he can run the VIN with my license and see what deal he can get for me and all that stuff. But I have to get my license. So tomorrow that's the plan, and then hanging out with Gemma, and I'm gonna try my hardest to pull out the camera because I sure as heck know she won't tell me to. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it with that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if this was just in the basement, but hey, if you have just been wanting a vlog lately, you don't care what I'm doing, why I'm busy, you just want to see. I hope this helped you. Hope you had a little fun here. Now you can go ahead and click away on continue on your YouTube journey right now. Or if you're new to the channel and you want to stick around for more, feel free to subscribe. But you already knew that. You know how YouTube works. Cool thing about subscribing is it's free. And you can unsubscribe anytime you want. You know, people think when you subscribe it's this huge commitment. But it's really not a huge commitment. It's just at the time you think my videos are cool. So you're like, okay, I'll do that. And if you are here and you've been here for a long time, thank you so much. All of you are awesome. You know, today I watched a video by Markiplier, which I recommend you check out if you're not feeling super happy. Actually, don't. You should be feeling super happy after this video. So don't go watch it now, but after, Markiplier made a video about YouTube and how, you know that thing that's going around, hashtag make YouTube great again? I watched the video and it was very inspiring. My sister actually sent me the link and she says, because I talk about a lot of these things that he mentions in his videos, from a YouTuber standpoint, I talk about those things with my parents and stuff, and you know, you should just check it out if you have any interest about YouTube and how it's changing, if you can see it. But hey, you are always welcome here. And this is just a kid out of Canada filming his day. And I thank you for watching. You guys know what to do. You're awesome. As always, this was Adam, signing off.